Hi guys, we are providing complete VLSI design and verification training program which includes digital electronics, Verilog, system Verilog, UBM and one industry level project for fresher with job assurance and professionals for skill enhancement. For more info you can contact me. Contact info is inside description. Thank you. Now coming to the topic, today guys we will discuss about the virtual method or virtual keyword actually inside system Verilog, right? So virtual keyword, it can be used while defining the class called abstract class. That is the one point. Another one is it can be used while defining the methods, right? If user declare a virtual method in parent class, then all extended class methods with same name and arguments become automatically virtual. What is the mean of that? Let's say you have declared one class and you have declared a method inside that class with a virtual keyword. So automatically if you are extended that class multiple times, so all of the method inside the extended or child class, that will become virtual automatically. No need to declare any virtual keyword. Now coming to the next point. Virtual methods. So actually they may be task or function, right, defined in the base class with virtual keyword, so that these method can be overridden by the methods of the extended class. With same name and argument. That is something called signature. Signature means the method name and argument should be same, right? So now let's take one example. So let's say first example is without virtual keyword. So let's declare one class, let's say class packet, and class some fields. So let's say one is bit 15 down to 0 data, another one is bit 15 down to 0 address. Now some method. So task function, task print and task, and here I am writing $display and printing from base class. Address is equal to %h address and data is equal to %h data. Now class packet underscore ext extends packet and class. Now I am just declaring some method over here. Let's say I am writing task print and task. $display printing from child class. $display address is equal to %h address and same statement for data. Now coming to the module, so module top and module. First let's create the handle of both classes. Packet, now handle is pkt, packet ext and handle is e underscore pkt. Initial, begin, end. Here let's say I am writing epkt is equal to new. After that I am writing pkt is equal to e underscore pkt, right? Means assigning child class handle to parent class. Now pkt dot address is equal to 25, pkt dot data is equal, let's say 10, and here pkt dot print, right? So what we have done inside that code, let me revise you. So first of all we have declared one class, right? The class name is packet. Inside that we have declared two fields, one is data, one is address, right? Both have 16-bit wide. After that one method to print the value of data and address, right? And one statement is telling from where these values are printing, means it is coming from base class or child class, right? Now this is my class packet underscore ext, right? So that I have extend that packet class, okay? Inside that I am using same method, means same name. Here the method name was print, here the method name is print, right? So after that the one statement is telling from where I am going to print the value of address and data, right? So I have written here from child class address and data. Now you can see here I have written address and data, so from where it will get the value? That is the one question, because we didn't declare any field here with name of address and data. So let me explain the things. let's say I am writing class packet underscore ext extends packet. So what is the mean of that? So let's say I am creating one class, right, that is class packet. This is my another class, let's say that is packet underscore ext, right. So previously this was a packet class, it has address, it has data, right, the 16-bit whiteboard. So here this class packet ext extends from packet class, right, due to this statement. So what it will do, because I am extending this class, right, this packet class from this packet class, so what it will do, it will also copy the properties and method of this class, right. So here was address, here was data, and also there was some task name was I think print, right. So it will also copy the same thing, address, data, and print. Although I have declared print again, so if I didn't declare, then also it will have all the things of address, data, and print, right, because we are extending this packet ext class from packet class, right. So that is the reason. So coming to the point, so that's why here I didn't declare any address or data, because automatically we have declared in, once in the parent class. Now it will reflect in all child class, right. Okay. Now next is I have created the handle of my first class parent class, that is pkt, and for child class epkt, right. After that I have created a memory, right. So some memory space will be reserved for the manipulation of the fields of your child class, right. After that I am equating pkt is equal to epkt, right. So what is the mean of that? I am assigning the handles, right. And after that I have written pkt dot address, means inside parent class I am writing, inside parent class the value of address should be 25, and inside parent class the value of data should be 10, right. And after that I am printing pkt dot print from parent class. Okay, so let me run this code. Now you can see it is saying printing from base class, right. We have assigned the value of address and data inside parent class, and also we are printing, and print is coming from base class, right. That is totally okay. That was the one example. Now it was without virtual keyword, right. Now we'll do with virtual keyword. So again, class packet and class bit 15 down to 0 address, bit 15 down to 0 data. After that task print and task dollar display printing from parent class dollar display and address is equal to %h address, data is equal to %h data, Now class packet underscore ext extends packet class and class, and here again I am declaring the print method, right? Printing from child class. The only difference is here I am writing virtual. Okay. Module top and module handle is pkt, epkt, initial begin, epkt is equal to new, and after that pkt is equal to epkt, and after that pkt dot address is equal to 30, pkt dot data is equal to 20, and again pkt dot print. So it is the same example, only the difference is that I have mentioned here virtual keyword. That is the only difference between previous and this one. So guys, many of you can think that why we always use initial. So what is the purpose of that? So let me tell you guys, the purpose of initial is a block, right? So the purpose of initial is to start the things or to initialize the things once, right? So initial block always executed at once. Inside that we can also use some repetition, means any kind of loop, that is okay, but they will start at zero simulation time, right? So what happens, due to this initial begin end, first it will allocate the memory, after that it will assign the handles, and after that it will initialize address with 30 and data with 20, and after that it will call print method. So that's why we use initial. Okay, so now let me run this code. Now you can see the differences. Here I have written pkt dot address, means I am assigning the value of address in parent class, not the child class, right? Again pkt dot data, so same I am assigning the value of data in my parent class, right? And also I am calling the method from parent class, means I am calling this method, this one, right? So it should be printing from parent class, but why it is giving printing from child class, right? And obviously it is giving hexadecimal value. For 30 that is the 1e, and for 20 that is 14. That is okay, but why it is coming from child class? Because I am calling the method from parent class, right? Here pkt dot print, because due to this virtual method, right, because we have declared virtual, so this method of parent class is overridden by this method of the child class. That's why it is giving, we are calling this method, but they are giving value from this method. Okay, that is also called polymorphism. Polymorphism is simply inheritance plus virtual function, because we are inheriting the class, right? We are inheriting the property and methods, and we have declared the virtual method, virtual keyword inside the parent class method. Okay. Also, okay, let's take one more example. Class packet and class bit 15 down to 0 address data virtual task print. and task printing from base class. Address is equal to %h address data. Now class packet underscore ext underscore 1 extends packet and class, here I am writing bit, let's say 31 down to 0, payload, and let's okay, payload underscore 1 also gives some value, let's say 325, 320. After that task print and task super dot print and here dollar display payload is equal to %d payload. Now again class packet underscore ext underscore 2 extends packet and class bit 31 down to 0, let's say payload 2 is equal to 100. Task print and task super dot print dollar display payload 2 is equal to %d payload 2. So in this example we have declared one base class, right, and we are extending two class. One is name from packet ext1 from packet class and one is packet ext2 from the same packet class, and inside that we have some their individual fields like payload 1 and payload 2, right. We have also initialized some value, and inside task print we are writing super dot print. So what is the mean of that? Means while we call this method, so inside this method we are mentioned super. So super is always used to access the properties and method of the parent class, the superior class. So super dot print, so it will come here and it will print all these things whatever present inside the print method. That is the purpose of super dot print. Similarly for packet underscore ext2 class. Okay, now module top and module packet pkt packet ext underscore 1 is equal to e underscore pkt underscore 1 packet ext underscore 2 is equal to epkt underscore 2. Initial begin end EPKT1 is equal to new two. PKT is equal to EPKT1, and after that PKT dot address is equal to, let's say, 25. PKT dot data is equal to 10, and PKT dot print. Now I am equating again the handle. PKT is equal to E underscore PKT2, then PKT dot address is equal to 25, PKT dot data is equal to 10, and PKT dot print. So we have created the object for both extended class EPKT1 as well as EPKT2. After that I am equating the handle of this EPKT1 to the parent class, assigning some value and printing some values, right? And same I am doing for EPKT2, right? So now copy the example. There are some error, line number 30 and 31. Okay, here we are creating handle, so we cannot use equal to. Okay, now first we are printing from pkt.print, means obviously the parent class, but we are assigning the handle of epkt1 to pkt. So you can see it is saying printing from base class, right? So printing from base class, and it is giving value address is equal to this, data is equal to this, and payload underscore 1 is equal to 320. So why it is giving the value of payload, right? But why it is saying printing from base class? Because we have used super.print. So super.print will always call this method, right? But actually what happens, this complete method is override by this method, right? That's why it is saying printing from base class, right? Because it is also printing the value of payload. So that is due to this virtual keyword. So this complete class method is overridden by this class, extended class, right? Due to this, pkt is equal to epkt1. So 25 and 10 and whatever the value of payload we have assigned 320, right? So it is in hexadecimal and it is in decimal format, 320. After that we have assigned epkt2, means this class handle. So again you can see it is giving address value and data value same because they are unchanged, right? And payload value 2, that is 100, we have assigned here 100. So again this base class method is overridden by this method of the parent class due to the virtual keyword, right? Okay, now take one more example. Class packet and class bit 15 down to 0, data bit 15 down to 0, address, virtual task print, and task. Now class packet underscore ext extends packet and class here and task. Let's say this is child class. Packet ext underscore sub and extends from packet ext, right? So what I am doing, this is my main base class, and this class is extended from this class, main base class, but packet ext underscore sub is extended from packet underscore ext class only, not this class. Okay, now let's say es underscore pkt. So epkt is equal to new es pkt is equal to new pkt is equal to epkt, and here I am writing pkt dot, let's say same, that was I think 25, and pkt dot data is equal to 10, pkt dot print. Again I am assigning epkt is equal to es underscore pkt and epkt dot print. Let's run this code. So here first of all we have equating the handle of pkt and epkt, right? So this is, and we was printing from packet, obviously from base class, so it is okay, let me change here name, subchild class. So here we was equating the handle of parent class to their first extended class on first hierarchy, right? So, and after that we are using pkt.print. So this method is overridden by this method, right? So it is saying this is child class, okay, and after that giving the value of data and address. Now on the same way, epkt is equal to espkt, means I am assigning this class handle to this first order extended class, right? And here I have written epkt.print, right? So epkt.print, I am calling this print method, and obviously this print method should be overridden by this method, right? you can see it is giving, I am calling this method, right, but it is giving a display from this method. How we can say? Because this is subclass, subchild class, right? So it is giving this is subchild child class. So it has overwritten this method without virtual keyword. That is the new thing, because as I mentioned on the notes, if you declared once a virtual method in your parent class, so automatically every method present in the extended class with the same name and signature, they will become automatically virtual. So no need of write the virtual keyword again and again. Obviously if you write here virtual, that it will not affect the functionality, right? After that, the second question is why it is giving date and address 0? Because inside this class obviously, if we see this example, so we have assigned over here the value of data and address, but here we didn't assign any value, right? So that's why it is giving the default value of bit, that is 0, right? Okay, now coming to the next example, let's say class packet and class bit 7 down to 0 address, bit 7 down to 0 data, virtual task print and class and task dollar display printing from base class. Here let's take some argument, input 31 down to 0 payload. Payload is equal to percentile h, okay, percentile d payload. Initial, begin, and inside that epkt is equal to new pkt is equal to e underscore pkt, and pkt dot address is equal to 25, data is equal to 10, and pkt dot print, and here I am passing 100. So in this example what we have done, okay, that was my parent class. We also need some child class, so class packet underscore ext extends So that was my parent class. So only the difference, this example is a little bit different from others. So here we have taken some argument, right? So here we have declared the virtual method, and here a method with the same name as per our previous example, but only difference is this method cannot take input argument, but this method is capable to take input argument, right? After that, equating the handle, I am assigning the value of address and data over here in base class, and pkt.print, while I am calling this method, I am also assigning 100 over here, right? So what it will do, it should accept the value of payload 100 and it should print, right? Because I am equating the handle, but it should not, it will give error. Why, we will see. Okay, here should be end task. So now you can see the expected error. Virtual method print has fewer argument than the method in packet class. So what it is saying, and the return type mismatch, what it is saying, actually here in your parent class it have argument, and inside the child class it don't have any argument. So if I am calling this method pkt.print, so because I am equating the handle, pkt is equal to epkt, and this method is declared with the virtual keyword, so actually this method should be overridden by this method. But what about this 100, where it will go, because this method don't have any variable to take except that arguments, right? So that's why it is giving error. So always remember, the conclusion is, if you are declaring the method inside the parent class and inside the child class, so they should have the same signature, means the same name and with same number of argument. After only it can override, else it cannot be overridden, it will give error. Now our next example. Let us take same example. So for now what we are doing, we are equating pkt is equal to epkt. What happens if I write like that, epkt is equal to pkt? So that is wrong actually, means assigning parent class handle to child class. So that is a wrong practice. Okay, first let me run this code, after that I will explain why it is wrong. Illegal assignment, right, from this class. Types are not assignment compatible, so we cannot write like that. Why? Let me explain. If I am writing, let's say my one handle is pkt and extended class handle is e underscore pkt, right? So I can write pkt is equal to E pkt. So what it will do, let's say that is your pkt memory. That is EPKT memory, right? But if I am writing PKT is equal to EPKT, then what is the mean of that? It means that is one handle, that is PKT, that is another handle EPKT. So after writing this statement, what it will do, it will deallocate this memory, and this PKT handle will also point towards the EPKT class. And now try to understand, we have inside PKT class, we have address, we have, let's say, data, right? And we are extended that class to EPKT handle. So obviously it will have address, it will have data, it may have some another variable, let's say payload, right? So if I am deallocating the memory of the packet class, the base class, so what it will do, the handle will point toward the child class. So inside child class, what we have, the fields address, data and payload. So what happens, it will not lose any of the element, because previously packet was pointing towards address, data, now even it is pointing towards address and data. Yeah, payload is one extra element, that is okay, right? So this thing is valid. But if I am writing EPKT is equal to PKT, now this will take the same scenario. So that is your EPKT and that is PKT. So what happens, according to our concept, what it will do, it will deallocate the memory. So it will deallocate this memory, right? And this handle will should point toward this memory. And previously elements was like that, address, data, payload. So now what packet have, address and data. So if I am doing so, and if it is valid, then where will be the payload, right? One element is missing. So that's why this thing is invalid. We cannot write like that, and that's why this thing is valid, right? So that is the difference between these things. Okay, now the next point, abstract class. A class who can't be instantiated but only can drive. Next point is it is a class that may contain method implementation or only prototype of the method without implementation. These methods also known as uh, pure virtual methods. Okay, so any methods only it is like prototype without body can call pure virtual methods. User needs to mention virtual keyword while declaring the class, right? It is also known as virtual class. Method type, name and number of argument should be same for all virtual method in type class, right? Means the signature should be same. Okay, now take first example of instantiation of abstract class. So okay, let me revise once. The class who cannot be instantiated means if any virtual class is there, so we can only drive that class, right? We cannot create the handle or create the memory for that. Okay, next one is we should use the virtual keyword before declaring the abstract class. Okay, and this class may have normal methods as well as pure virtual methods. Means pure virtual methods means the method who have only prototype without body. Okay, that is pure virtual methods. This is abstract class is also known as virtual class. Okay, so now let's see class packet packet and class. Here let's say int data, task print and task dollar display percentile h data. After that module top and module packet pkt is equal to new initial begin end and here pkt dot data is equal to $random, or you can give any random value. After that pkt dot print. Now we'll try to run this example and definitely it will go it will give error. You can see fatal error testbench .sv line number 10 means from this line what it is saying, class allocator method new called on abstract class packet, because we have declared this class with virtual keyword, so it becomes abstract class. And as I mentioned over here, a class who can't be instantiated, so we cannot instantiate that class, so that's why it is giving error. Okay, if you remove that virtual keyword from here, then okay, it will work. You can see now it is working, right? So we have mentioned the class who cannot be instantiated but only can drive. Okay, now just copy the same code now. Class packet ext extends packet and class task print and class dollar display child, and data is equal to percentile h data. Now module top, and no need for that, so packet underscore ext and the handle is epkt is equal to new, and here I am writing, that's it. Now check again. Line number 14, illegal declaration. Okay, it should be end task. Now you can see our statement was valid. We cannot instantiate it, but we can drive, so we are successfully driving, and it is giving value child. Data is equal to this. Obviously we didn't declare a data variable inside the extended class because it will take from the parent class, so we cannot instantiate it, only we can drive. That thing is valid. Okay, now next is derived abstract class with handle assignment but without virtual method. Okay, now simply here packet and handle is pkt is equal to new. Now let's try. So there is no virtual method, right? Again there should be error, right? Obviously, because again we are doing the same mistake. So now coming to the next point is the last topic of the day, pure virtual method. A method declared as pure virtual has no body, or we can say implementation in base class. It will be just a prototype. Next is the implementation of pure virtual method in derived class should have same signature. Means the name, argument, all these things should be same as the parent class. So let's take one example. Virtual class packet and class bit 15 down to 0, address bit 15 down to 0, data, and here I am writing pure virtual task print. That's it. So that is about your pure virtual method declaration. How you can declare the pure virtual method? It should be like this. That's it. Now coming to the extended class. Packet underscore ext extends packet and class task print and task dollar display data is equal to %d, address is equal to %d, and address. Module top and module packet underscore ext and handle name is epkt is equal to new initial begin end epkt dot address is equal to $random and epkt dot data is equal to $random. epkt dot print. That's it. So as you can see, that was the abstract class. Inside that we are going to use pure virtual method. So always remember, pure virtual method can be the part of only abstract class. So it is your choice. It is depends upon the user or implementation whether he want to declare the method as a pure virtual or only virtual, right? But if you are declaring pure virtual method, then make ensure that should be a part of only abstract class or virtual class, right? So here we have mentioned a method, only method name is available over here, nothing else. The implementation of this method is over here in the derived class. Okay, so that is called abstract class with pure virtual method. So you can see it is working fine. It is giving some random data value and random value for address, right? So guys, that's all for the session for the day. So if you have any doubt something, so you can please comment. Thank you.